Assessment 4. Explain the three main types of assessments used and fully explain how you conduct or could conduct an initial assessment of learners, and explain how you utilize assessment methods. So let's have a look at assessment methods. Assessment methods, the aim is to learn about the different assessment methods that are available to the teacher. Learning outcomes. Upon completion of the session, learners will be able to explain the differing assessment methods, which are initial assessment, formative assessment and summative assessment, and describe when and how they are used. So why assess and evaluate? Assessment is the process of obtaining information about how much the student knows, whilst evaluation involves using that information to form judgments and make decisions. An initial assessment is a means of gathering information with regards to the learner or learners. This information can be used to help plan the structure of the session. So, how can we conduct an initial assessment? Well, we can look at accredited prior learning, or APL, through individual consultation, through classroom interaction, from the course application form, which Highfield Limited provides a good example on, and by a follow-up phone call. A formative assessment is ongoing throughout the programme. It's conducted through means such as questions and answers, quizzes, group work, observation, completing an observed skill, and a written examination. A summative assessment can be conducted through methods such as oral assessment, observation, practical task, written assessment by means of examination, multiple choice tests, which I use quite a lot in my training sessions, and the use of essays. How would we select the best method of assessment, do you think? Well, we need to decide what criteria require assessing. Does the assessment require to be recorded? Will average group assessment be sufficient, or is individual assessment required? And is the session a theory or practical session? Examples: teacher first aid. This is a practical assessment, and therefore this would be applicable in that case. It would be visual, but may be recorded on paper. Teaching mathematics. For the final assessment, a written test can be conducted, as this will test all learners and could also be used as recorded evidence. So to summarise, we've looked at and discussed the three methods of conducting an assessment, which are initial, formative and summative. Also, we've discussed the importance on selecting the correct assessment method for the subject being taught.